The development of Pac-Man 64, which became Pac-Man World upon release, involved Namco's efforts to bring Pac-Man into the 3D platforming era. This timeline focuses on the evolution of the game during the late 1990s, specifically as Namco adapted to 3D technology for the Nintendo 64, N64, and PlayStation consoles. Timeline highlights early concepts, mid-1990s. In the mid-1990s, Namco recognized the trend of iconic characters, such as Mario and Sonic, entering the 3D platformer space. They wanted to bring Pac-Man into a 3D format that could resonate with the classic arcade roots but appeal to a new generation. Early designs explored ways to merge classic Pac-Man gameplay with the exploration elements of popular 3D platformers. Prototype development, 1997 to 1998. Namco experimented with both Nintendo 64 and PlayStation platforms. They considered a traditional maze format in 3D but soon shifted to a more varied level design, combining platforming and maze elements. Early builds likely tested both systems, but limitations on the Nintendo 64, cartridge-based storage and graphical limitations, led the team to focus more on the PlayStation version. Shift to Pac-Man World, 1998. By 1998, Namco committed to PlayStation as the primary platform, focusing development resources there while rebranding the project as Pac-Man World. The development team worked on creating distinct themed worlds, incorporating ghost enemies and fruit collectibles, in a nod to classic Pac-Man. Final development and release, 1999. Namco polished the game, integrating Pac-Man's signature traits, like dot munching and power pellets, into a 3D adventure with boss battles and puzzles. Pac-Man World was released on October 15, 1999, for PlayStation, marking Pac-Man's 20th anniversary. Why Pac-Man 64 never happened. Although a version for the Nintendo 64 was considered, the project was ultimately deemed impractical due to the platform's technical limitations and a higher production cost of N64 cartridges. The game performed well enough on PlayStation to avoid the need for a Nintendo 64 adaptation. Legacy, Pac-Man World set the stage for later 3D Pac-Man games and spin-offs, establishing Namco's classic character within the modern platformer genre. 4.0